I know this is going to sound a little bit weird for you guys, but after many years of going into spiritual development and personal development and law of attraction and manifestation and exploring all these different techniques and sharing with millions of people, you know what I realized? I realized the weird thing is the exact method to let someone go, I'm saying get over someone, and the exact method when it comes to law of attraction to get someone back is the same. Now you're going to be thinking, what does that mean? How can you do the same method, and why sometimes you'll get them back and sometimes you'll let them go? What does that even mean? Well, first of all, we need to understand this. Okay, when you are chasing something, just think of the motion of chasing, okay? What happens? If you're chasing, they're running away. That's why we always say don't chase love, right? Don't chase relationships, don't chase love, don't chase for things to happen, don't try to control, right? What you try to control always fights back, so don't try to control, don't try to chase. Now, what is law of attraction? Law of attraction is about being magnetic. Being magnetic has no need. I have no need for this person. Right? I'm not needy. They come to me. I'm magnetic. So there's no chasing. It's a pull motion. But I just be myself, and I be my highest vibration to be that pull motion. So what does this mean? It means to attract someone back, or attract any love in your life actually, what we need to do is we need to let go of expectation. We need to let go. We need to focus on letting go. Letting them go. So the exact same method to how to actually let go is going to help you let go. But the exact same method to actually get someone back is exactly the same method. Now you're probably thinking, that's a bit strange. So if I do the method, what's going to happen? Are they actually going to leave me? Or are they actually going to come back to me? Well, whatever happens is supposed to happen. Because guess what happens? When you allow yourself to be fully detached, right? Your ego is not involved at this point. Your human attachment is not being involved at this point. Your human identity or even anything human is not being involved right now. So what is happening? Only spirit is being involved. So what does that mean? You are letting go. You are letting go and you are letting God. What I'm saying is you let God handle the conclusion and the outcome of what will happen. Now you'll be like, but how do I know God's going to give me what I want or going to, do? Well, you want to challenge that? Think about it. God doesn't give you what you want actually, but God every time gives you what you need. Even at times when it doesn't feel like it's what you need. So what do we need to learn? We need to learn to trust. We need to learn to surrender. We trust, we surrender. And these are also the tools to help you let go, get over someone. I'll tell you what it is. Usually, as human beings, we are just about to separate from somebody we've probably, very used to now. It's been routine. Maybe it's been some time and you're used to each other, you're used to what jokes to tell, you're used to what people like to eat, where people like to go, what they like to do, each other's behavior, and you get used to this. And when you get used to this, why does human have attachment to this? Because our minds are usually fear-based. Think about it. Even when the relationship isn't going well, now this is how weird human beings are, right? Because even when the relationship isn't going well, even though you fight all the time, even though you're not aligned with your goals moving forward, we still have this thing, I'm going to miss them. We still have this thing, I still can't let them go. But why does that happen? It's actually because of the fear of change, the fear of the unknown. We don't know what will happen. Because in our mind, we're thinking, then we're not quite getting on, but what happens if I never meet anybody that I can get on with as much as I get on with this person, right? And we always have that fear. But what's really, really interesting, if you look back at history, right? Your relationship history or whatever, you'll realize that you probably felt that multiple times before. So how can you feel it multiple times if every time later on it's forgotten about and maybe you even sometimes think back and think, oh my God, what an idiot I was. Why did I stick to that for so long? Because I want you guys to realize something. Time is healing. I'm saying in this dimension, time itself is healing. It requires time. So right now, if you're feeling like, oh, I can't get over it, and I'm really upset, and I don't know what to do, I feel like I can't live on, actually, that's normal. We need to understand, number one, we need to come to acceptance that as humans, we have attachment, and that's going to be the feeling, temporarily. But we also know that pain is temporary. The second thing we need to know and acknowledge is that time is healing. Time is powerful. Right? After time passes by, energy kind of slowly moves, and it transcends. It moves somewhere else. Their energy will, your energy will. What number three is? Number three, understand. Change is the only constant. Get good at change. You know, as human beings, we have this understanding of change like, you know, have you had it before? You go on this personal development journey and your friends say, oh my God, you've changed. Whenever I hear people say things like that, I'm just like, oh my God, you haven't changed. Think about that a moment. It's just saying, yeah, you haven't met someone for like 10, 15 years and they haven't changed. Ain't that the problem? Change is the only constant. Embrace change. The fourth thing, change. When you're just about to go through some big transformation, some big change, right? Always understand it's going to go from chaos to order. But chaos is temporary, remember? Problems are temporary. Now, when we're going through that, what else do we need to understand? We need to understand that, so it's going to be challenging. You're going to face some challenges. You're going to face some unknown factors. You're not going to know which direction you're going, where you're going to be living, what job you're going to be doing. You're not going to know, right? You're going to have a lot of uncertainties. But understand that, how do you find the answers to the uncertainties? By walking the path. If you walk the path you've never walked before, guess what? You're going to get answers. That's how you find any answers, by walking it. You're never going to find it by fearing opening that door, fearing walking that direction. You're not going to find any direction. You're not going to find any answers. You're only going to find it by walking it. And the final thing is what? Is trust. Trust in knowing that every time you've been unsure and you continue walking forward, you will always eventually find the answers. Always. It's always happened. And it always will. Because whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, we are always guided. And so in knowing all of these points, what is the biggest thing that sums it up? How do we detach? How do we stop thinking about them? How? Very simple. Live in the moment. Here now. Look, you're here now. You're here now watching YouTube. You're here with me now. Why are you thinking somewhere else, something from yesterday, something from last week, something from last year? If you're here now, you will realize, hey, now has got nothing to do with the past. Always be here now. Now you're thinking, but how do I be here now? My mind's keep flickering. It's keep going into the past. Very simple. Breath. Too easy. Whenever you find your mind drift, take a slow, deep inhale. And a gentle, relaxing exhale. Follow the breath, follow the sound of the breathing, listen to the sound of breathing, and slow that breath down. And you'll find when you breathe very deep and very slow, your consciousness is brought back into this moment every single time. So just keep doing it. Every time your mind drifts, do the same thing. Drifts, do the same thing. And by living in every moment, we are detached from the outcome, the future. We are detached from the past. And guess what? You raise your vibrations unconsciously. You become the magnetic field. You become love, you become joy, you become happiness. And guess what happens when that happens? Well, the universe will give you love and joy and positivity. So if that X that you're trying to manifest back is love and joy and positivity, guess what? They will come knocking at your door. Because that's what you become by doing the same practice as letting go, as attracting who you want. If you got any clarity out of this video whatsoever, if you've just found it helpful, Please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, do our good karma deed for the day. Allow this message to reach out to more people around the world and help more people, because there's a lot of people suffering, a lot of people upset. But we need to understand, hey, it's a great day to be alive right now. Always remember that. God gave us this beautiful gift of life. Also, comment below, let us know where you guys are tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way. Because this year, we're still strong and going long. Right, Long?
Yes.
And we're going strong and long. Ready to help you make this year your best year yet. But for now, guys, we're tuning out. Love and prayers for all of you. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.